You're listening to Vatican Radio.
Princess Charlène of Monaco, the wife of Prince Albert II of Monaco, delivered a brief address to participants in the 30th Annual Conference for Healthcare Workers, sponsored by the Pontifical Council for Healthcare Workers. In the context of her visit to Rome for the conference, Princess Charlène spoke exclusively with Charlotte Smeds of Vatican Radio's Scandinavian service.
First of all, it's always amazing to come to Rome. It's one of the most beautiful cities in the world, and obviously I'm here for not only a reason of just visiting a beautiful state. I have a message to deliver on behalf of many foundations, I would say. I came here 4 years ago with my husband, and we met Pope Benedict XVI. I was not sure of our meeting, of what our meeting was supposed to be about, but he was very knowledgeable on what my husband's causes are, which are environmental. He understood that I was born in Zimbabwe, I lived in South Africa, and that I had recently started my foundation. And he asked me what I intended to do. I said I intended to save lives, which I have, with the help of people, volunteers and instructors. We teach people how to swim. We teach children. We teach people CPR. We educate people in all areas, one community at a time, one person at a time, on water safety.
Is it mainly children?
It's communities, it's people, it's children, it's the planet. It's not sectioned to any creed, culture, to religion. It's part of our existence. We are made up of water. We are surrounded by water. If we don't know how to manage ourselves in those environments, it can take our life. But also without water, we cannot survive. So it's part of us. And all I'm asking is if, we take a little bit of time, a bit of compassion, and a little bit of patience, we can teach each other a life-saving skill.
How big a problem is this?
I'm not a statistic, but I have personal stories that affected my family, my friends. A lot of people that I know are very concerned about their children around aquatic environments.
You're a swimmer, and it's your own experience in a way that you bring into this initiative.
One of my greatest fears in life is drowning. I almost drowned when I was a child. My cousin drowned when he was 5 years old. A very close friend of mine lost his granddaughter to drowning. I witnessed when I was on a holiday 3 children that drowned. And yes, I feel that it is very important. We have to educate our future generations, teaching ourselves and passing it on. It doesn't cost anything.
You grew up in Africa. Is it focusing mainly on Africa, your work?
My work is not focusing on Africa. It is global. Islands, east, west, north, south, everywhere. In every aquatic environment, we are surrounded by water. This planet is 70% water. It's on every coastline. It's everywhere. It's not just singled out just to Africa.
Pope Francis is going to Africa next week, not only for the first time as a pope, for the first time in his life. If you were to accompany him during this trip, what would you like to show him? What would you like him to see?
I would like him to see the happiness, the contentness of the people in their most simplest way of living. The happy smiles, the embracing of our continent. To breathe in the air and to experience and to take in every moment, because it's all natural. He's going to be warmly welcomed by the most generous people that would not care if he were in his position or anyone. They would still embrace him. I'm sure he will judge that for himself.
You're an inspiration for many people. Who would you say is your inspiration?
I was inspired by many people in my life. I would say, first of all, we have our patron saint of Monaco, Saint Devote, and she spread Christianity amongst her people. I would say Nelson Mandela, my former president, a friend, and my husband, Prince Albert.
If you see to swimming, not only the fact that if you can swim, you don't drown, what does swimming do to you? You grew up with swimming. What does it do to your character and your person if you know how, not only swimming, but what does sport do to a person practicing sport?
Well, sport is education. It teaches compassion. It teaches fairness. It teaches forgiveness, kindness. It's a good practice. There are rules in sport. But also you get to exercise your talent. Not only are you exercising your body, your heart, your lungs, you're exercising your spirit. It can only be of benefit for all of us, for mankind, to exercise.
Would you say something about your journey of faith?
Well, my first experience of our faith, I was 5 years old and I had a nanny. I was born in Zimbabwe, in Bulawayo, and every Sunday she would take me to church with her, and she took me to the Catholic Church. And what I recognized there was order, there was formality, there was a preaching that I know that the same day everywhere in the world would be the same preaching. The teachings have never changed. They've never been taken out of context. It remains. It brings a form of discipline. It brings a form of encouragement, care, and sanctuary, which I found. And I'm very happy to be in this faith today.
Do you feel that your work in the foundation can collaborate with the Catholic Church?
I'm not here just because of my foundation. My foundation was a platform for other foundations to benefit and to correspond with. I'm here for something a little bit more than a foundation. It's something of urgency right now. It's my duty. And if we can just, collaborate, cooperate, and understand that this needs to be underlined right now. There's an urgency. There's a need for it right now. The environment has a huge impact on many communities around the world. A lot of it has to do with water. If I could just pass on the message that if we have the skills and the tools and the know-how to manage ourselves around that, then at least one life will be saved, one life at a time.
That was Princess Charlène of Monaco speaking with Charlotte Smeds of Vatican Radio's Scandinavian service.
You're listening to Vatican Radio.